This has turned into an annual Thanksgiving Day tradition, one that I have been at personally for a number of years. Upcoming Thanksgiving, a week from tomorrow, the 18th annual Grateful Gobbler Walk. And this is a benefit for the McClellan Shelter for Families. And Miss Biggs is here. How are you, Miss Biggs?
I'm great.
You're looking wonderful.
Thank you.
The overview exactly, Teresa, of what the Grateful Gobbler Walk is.
Okay, well, this is our 18th year, and this is a walk to benefit the McClellan Shelter for Homeless Families right here in Chattanooga.
Right.
It's an amazing event. It happens at Coolidge Park on Thanksgiving morning at 8 a.m., and we have over 4,000 runners, walkers, rollers, and strollers.
What makes the McClellan Shelter for Families stand out? Why is it different from some other similar shelters?
Well, it is absolutely the most amazing shelter of its kind here. It is the only shelter in Chattanooga that actually keeps families intact, keeps them together, and that's so important. They actually have 13 rooms with 64 beds, and it stays full. So there are lots of families and children that are homeless during this time.
I want to take a minute and go into that a little more in detail.
Okay.
Traditionally, if you have a need for a shelter like this, the men have to go to one part of a shelter, and the women have to go to another.
Correct.
That is not the case with the McClellan House.
That is correct. Actually, if you have a family, say I was a single mom with a son, in most shelters the son would actually have to go to the men's side of the shelter, and the mom would go in the women's. But the situation is, as a mom and a grandmother, I would never allow my children or my grandchildren to be separated from me during a time of crisis, especially. So many families would sleep in their cars. I work with a lot of the families, and to try to get them transitioned from the shelter into permanent housing.
It does seem kind of ironic that in a time of crisis, when families most need to be together, the way the situation used to be before the McClellan House came along, that the family was separated. So we're certainly glad that that is here. All right, the particulars on the walk. You said you have how many already signed up?
Okay, now we have over 2,000. We have close to 3,000 signed up right now.
Right.
So we are on track, hopefully, for upwards of 5,000 that will be there at Thanksgiving morning at Coolidge Park. So the festivities actually start at 7:30. So we have stage activities. We have so much fun. We have music. We have warm-up. So it's a lot of gearing up right before the walk.
Yeah. And you see a lot of folks down there who are not the type that can run 3 or 4 or 5 miles, but they can walk, they can stroll. You can walk the whole course. You can, walk as little or as much of it as you would like.
Yes.
So, Teresa, somebody's sitting at home saying, I'm going to go. This will be a really cool deal, but I don't have one of these fancy hats to wear.
Well, I am
You're going to take care of them, right?
Yes. I'm known as the swag queen. So I am the queen. I actually will be selling these. We'll be at the market this Sunday from 11 to 4. So if they want to come on down, they can actually register there, or they can register online at gratefulgobblerwalk.org. But you can buy hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts. We have tons of gobbler swag is what we call it.
And this is also going to be available at Coolidge Park the day of the walk. I want to stress that point.
Absolutely, and the day before. So we will be there the day before at Coolidge Park. So if they have registered online and they're a walker, they can get their T-shirt then. Right. And they can get their swag that day.
How does all of this fun and physical activity translate into actual dollars for the McClellan House?
Well, every penny, and this is so important, every dollar that is raised, whether it be from swag, hats, sweatshirts, the walk, every dollar raised goes directly to the McClellan Shelter, and that is so important. And I want to give a shout out for First Tennessee. They are actually our presenting sponsor this year again, and so we're so grateful for them and all that they do for us.
What does it cost to sign up and walk?
Okay, it's only $25 as a walker. If you are actually 12 and under, it's only $10. And if you're one of those that say, hey, I am going to be out of town, or I'm going to be cooking, you can actually be a virtual walker. That means that we are looking for 50 states strong. So shout out to Betsy's Brigades. You can actually register online and be a virtual walker for 15. Or those that say, hey, Teresa, I am not getting up on Thanksgiving morning. I am sleeping in. You can be a sleepwalker for 15.
I got to tell you, it's worth the price to see Teresa Biggs and Betsy McWright in the same room. The energy there is tangible. You can cut it with a knife.
She's my crazy gobble friend.
They're very lucky to have you. Very, very lucky indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chip.
All right, now again, if you'd like more information, and this is certainly something that is very near and dear to all of our hearts, help keep the families together and sign up for the Grateful Gobbler Walk. The website, gratefulgobblerwalk.org. You're watching Let's Chat. Coming up here in just a moment, big news out of the Dalton Distillery. We will talk all about that and more as we continue.